Hello, and today I have a sketchbook here. And this sketchbook is one that I completed about a month ago. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the sketchbook, look at some of the doodles I've done in here, and I'll tell you just a little bit about it. So let's go ahead and get into it. By the way, if you haven't already, below every video there are links to where you can find some of the other sites where I upload some of my artwork, if you want to buy any prints or anything like that. So do let me know if there's anything you'd like me to draw that I can make that you would like to buy as a print or on a shirt. So let's go ahead and get started. So this first one here, as you can see, is a drawing I did with a roaching isograph, and most of these drawings took me about an hour each page, sometimes an hour and a half, kind of depends. But this is a drawing of what looks to me like a bunch of random shapes and a house floating in the background. And this one is looks like a person, and there's a hand, and it looks like a bunch of little tiny moons behind it or something. Don't know. This is a bunch of triangles connected together and a bunch of scribbles underneath it. And yeah, I don't know what most of these are. I mean, unless you know, unless you can tell me what you think these are, but I have no idea. And this is another roaching isograph doodle here. A lot of these are roaching isograph drawings that I've done. And a bunch of lines. There's a face there. And these are a bunch of wavy lines and what looks like spaghetti noodles right there. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like to me. A bit of stippling on that one. That was a roaching isograph as well. This one is, I think it's a roaching isograph. Yes, it is, I can tell. Because the ink on it is really dark. That's how I'm always able to tell. I think there's like a little city in the background there. And this is some kind of woodland creature. And that was done with a big mechanical pencil. And that's like a shape of a heart, and this was also done with a big mechanical pencil. That one took me about 45 minutes. And this one was done with Accurate Technical Pen. A bunch of lines all over again. Kind of looks like something is coming from that direction. It's like three-dimensional or something. I don't know. Maybe that's milk being spilled. And this is a quick one I did with I think I did it with a Sharpie. Yeah, I did that with a Sharpie pen. It didn't take me that long to draw. Just some abstract stuff again. And this here is more abstract lines. And was also done with a Sharpie pen. Yeah, these past three kind of look the same in a way. The same kind of shapes and kind of the same theme. This one kind of has the same theme as well, as you can see there. Bunch of weird abstract lines and stuff. That one too. Just more weird stuff going on. A lot of times I draw this stuff and I don't even know what I'm thinking of while I'm drawing. I make something and then things turn out and I don't know how it came to be. This kind of looks like a face here. Like, it looks like two little eyes, and then, like, there's a mouth under it. And, like, I don't know. I don't know. And these are more triangle pyramid things with, like, little leaves and stuff. Maybe this is Aztec, but that looks like Egyptian. And this was done with a Sharpie pen, and then I used a big Sharpie marker to fill in those areas. Kind of tribal looking stuff, and that's like a pyramid as well. And this, I don't know, looks like kind of like a mask or something from Slipknot, I guess. But the drawing, I used an accurate pen, and I just outlined it with a Sharpie marker. You know, the fine point Sharpies, they're actually, I don't really find them to be a fine point. They're kind of bold, I think, at least. And that looks like a lion. There's like a guy down there with his arms up like that. And he's got like a big piercing in his chin. And this one's kind of sad. I don't know why I drew a bottle there. And there's a little road, and there's like a hand, and then a bunch of dots with a landscape and a mountain in the background. You can see through it there. My little Sharpie went through the paper. And this was done with the Sharpie pen as well. You know, you've been drawing for a long time if you can just look at the line and know which pen it was used for. So, yeah. Like, I can tell just from, like, the way the dots look or the way the line looks exactly what I drew with. The rotating ice graph always stands out. It's the darkest lines of all of them. So, these are a bunch of leaves. So just leave it alone. I had to leave it alone. It's a horrible pun. Horrible pun, wasn't it? Yeah. And this is more weird shapes. Just some really weird shapes again. An unfinished drawing. What shall I do? No, I think it's alright. I was trying to work in this drawing, but I was using one of these Uniball pens, and none of them would work for some reason. I don't know why, but it wouldn't write. So that's that drawing. And a bunch of dots, which looks like a leaf, and more dots around it, all over, swirly stuff. And there's another face with teardrops and an eye and all kinds of confusing, interwoven, mixed up stuff all over the place. Maybe that's a big sun. I'm always drawing things that looks like suns or clouds or faces or like lines that go in and out underneath each other. And I don't know what this is. Just some colors. Colored pencil. I don't really use colors that much. So there it is. But I want to do something different. I just got a colored pencil and then drew some dots all over with a Sharpie pen. And this was done with a big marking pen. And the colors are very vibrant in it. It really stands out. And some dots. I think I get into routine when I'm drawing some of this stuff. Like, I'll start drawing the same thing over and over. I don't know if it should be this way, or maybe I should have it that way, but I don't know. I think it was intended to be that way. And this was done with the Sharpie Ultra Fine Point. You know, you would think that the ultra fine point would be a finer point than that, but it's like the perfect line width I actually ran out of all these. I had like 100 or 200 of these, and I used them up already. I go through a lot of these pretty quick because, like, I get to drawing as one. I have so many ideas and things I want to draw. Kind of like this drawing here that I did. So, but back to our sketchbook. This looks like leopard print, kind of. Some squigglies, and looks like the bottom of the ocean. And I don't know what the rest of it is. This looks like a woven basket in the background behind it. And I like this one. This is one of my most favorite in here. I almost said more favorite. That would be inaccurate to say it that way. But this is one of my most favorite ones that I've done in this sketchbook. My favorite color is red, and so I think the red and the black and the white on this paper looks pretty good. I like how it turned out. And this is more of my triangles and squiggly lines and spaghetti noodles. And more leopard print looking stuff. This looks like something I've seen before, like some type of culture or like I don't know, but it looks familiar. But it looks like leopard print again. Or maybe it's spilled milk again. I don't know. Another Sharpie doodle with some dots. I don't know what that was. I don't know. It looks like a part of a really big button-up shirt. There's like 500 buttons on it. You know, I've had dress shirts like that before that have so many buttons on them. Like, there's a button every quarter of an inch. Like, there's so many. And more squiggles. This was like Swiss cheese up here to me. And don't know. But it's something. Looks kind of geometric. And this, I have no idea. There's a cup of coffee. There's a coaster. And there's windows and steps on the floor that lead into a room that go into another room with vines, and I don't know. There's a caution sign, do not enter. I wonder what's down there. Oh, there's water down there. I don't know what this is. I was bored, so I saw my shoe sitting there. And my shoe's actually all green. And so I just drew my old pair of shoes because they were red and green. But I don't know what any of that is either. No idea. Looks like some kind of playground or something. It's kind of strange. And a bunch of more dots here. Some swirls. Yeah, Sharpie really goes through the paper when I draw with it. And these look like buildings made out of like shattered glass or something. I don't know. Another rotating isograph drawing here. With the rotating isograph, I can get a lot of little tiny details really quick. Whereas if I'm using a Sharpie or something like that, the marker, when it touches the paper, it spreads out and it makes the line wider than what you're actually drawing with. So This is like a pattern that's being drawn over and over again around it. And there's like a little guy there. Looks like a snowman. That looks like a piece of candy cane. That looks like a little house floating around again. I don't know why I was drawing houses floating. There's a fence beside it. And, yeah. Don't know again. I never really know. And there's another building, a face, a moon, or it could be a sun, and a landscape with some buildings, and a bunch of, what looks like those things that grow underneath the sea. I don't know what they're called. Those like sponges, I think they're called. Not the ones you clean your dishes with, but the ones that live in the ocean. I think this is pretty cool looking too. I like this one and the red one I did a drawing of. Because when I use the roaching, as I said, I can get a lot of those little detailed lines all over the place, and it makes it look like there's more was actually done there than what really is. Kind of an illusion in a way. But it really pops off the paper because of the really dark ink. This is another weird face. I don't know, I guess it's a dragon or something, I don't know. No idea. Looks like it's got antlers or something. And again, I don't know what this is either. How many times have I said that? I think there's only been a couple of drawings that have any idea what any of it is. Like the shoe, I think was one. Then I saw a house floating. But this reminds me of popcorn for some reason. Clouds. And what are those little orange triangle things that people used to eat when they went trick-or-treating? Like the corn things, what do you call it? I think, candy corn. Yes, that's what it looks like. It looks like candy corn. And this is a bunch of more dots and clouds and some lines. Done with the roaching isograph. It takes a long time to do stippling with a roaching isograph. Quite a long time. This one took a while. I think this one took me like an hour and a half. Possibly 2 because all the dots. Well, like stippling, it makes things look realistic. But it does make things take forever to finish drawing. So there's that too. So if you got a lot of time to burn, then yeah, do some stippling. And more of what looks like if you're looking down, like topography, I think it's called. Where you're looking at like the view of what it looks like if you're looking down on mountains and stuff. And more roaching isograph things. Yeah. I look at them. I kind of zone out there for a moment. Like I look at it, I'm trying to imagine what I'm looking at. It looks like I'm looking down, kind of. Dots all over. And this was done with roaching isograph and a Sharpie, it looks like, and graphite pen. So, what would a graphite pen be like? Graphite ink? Is that even possible? This looks like that one drawing I did earlier, the popcorn looking thing, the candy corn. So. I see a cooked egg that looks like a, what's it called? They're in the ocean. You know, you remember a word, but for some reason you forget the word. Jellyfish. Looks like a jellyfish. Why did I forget that? I don't know. And there's a old can of milk. I think there's a shovel there, or is that a spoon? Don't know. That was done with a ballpoint pen. A big ballpoint pen. Some shading. Rotating risograph and a pencil, shaded. I do a lot of these. These little lines here. I do a lot of those all the time in my drawings. And this looks like someone having a bad hair day. I mean, that's what it looks like to me, at least. And a big woven basket in the background. Or maybe that's their wall. And this is more abstract stuff. Swiss cheese. Looks like Mardi Gras or like a what is that? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me today. Like, actually, this happens quite often. I think about something, but I don't know the word for it. I see like a seahorse somehow. I don't know. More weird stuff. Sharpie marker. And there's a little face. That looks like gravity is like somehow pulling water from the ocean. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think that's what it is. Some triangles and shapes and swirlies and leaves and all kinds of strange stuff. And more patterns. I didn't even know what to draw on this. So I just kept drawing the same pattern over and over somewhat. So I think there's a fish in there somewhere. And yeah. It's kind of a general theme in a lot of these. Like the background looks the same, but I alter everything in front of it. So you tell me what you see in each of these drawings. Tell me what you imagine that it could possibly even be. And some more red ink. Pretty sure I used, was it a red Sharpie? That looks to me like a fridge in the background. But I used a Sharpie for this. I used black Sharpie, and I used a red Sharpie, I believe. It was either, was it? Yeah, I think it was a red Sharpie. It might have been. This one was all Sharpie. Looks like a kind of like a tattoo design, possibly. More red. I'm liking these drawings that got the red and the black lines in them. I need to do more of these. I have not used red and black lines together in a drawing in over a month. The flower in the center. And just some black Sharpie lines. And more black Sharpie lines of abstract weird stuff. This looks like one gigantic piece of, you know that like volcanic rock? Or like It's those rocks you see in the ocean. It's like volcanic. It's got like the little holes in them. Or is that just like some kind of rock formations? More red and black lines. Looks like a mechanical looking alien thing from the future. With antennas. Or it could be a guy in a scuba suit. I don't know what this is either. Some more red and black Sharpie lines with what looks like vines all over, or ribbons. And this is some black Sharpie lines again with some stippling. This kind of looks like a tree, part of a tree branch in a way, with some bubbles floating above it. And some red and black lines. And with a Sharpie once again. Looks like an ice cream cone, kind of right there, maybe, sort of. And there's maybe that is either a flower or an eye, one of the two. And there's like jagged rock, no, not really rocks, but like jagged spikes there. And there's like 2 leaves, and I don't know what the rest of it is. And that is, don't know either. It looks like an eel. Maybe like an eel, or whatever your imagination wants to think it is. It can be anything, really. Same with this. I don't know what it is. Just lines and some clouds. And I drew it. Still trying to figure out what that could possibly even be. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Have not figured that out yet. Looking at my window because the sun's going down as I'm doing this. And more Sharpie lines. Don't know what any of it is. Looks like a leopard print. Some squigglies and stuff behind it. And there's like a little landscape. There's a sun. Looks like an ice cream cone. Some clouds. Some vines behind it. But yeah. So, yes, that is the end of the sketchbook. And if you've got any questions about this sketchbook, go ahead and let me know in the comments below and we can talk about it. But this sketchbook took me it might have taken me 2 months to fill, maybe a month. But it didn't take me that long because I was drawing in it every day. I did several drawings, but I believe this is... I will have to look and figure out what even sketchbook this is. There's no name or nothing on it anywhere. There's no label, no logo. I think I'll have to try and see if I can find a receipt. Or maybe an older video of me opening this up. But I don't think it's a De La Rowney. But it's not a Pentalic sketchbook. It might be a De La Rowney, I'm not sure. But if I can find out which one it is, I'll leave a link in the description so you can pick up one of these. But this does come with this here that can help you find where your place was. And then if you got this to hold the pages down, what I also like to use this for is if I'm drawing, I can hold the page down. But I guess if you were to do that, you would have to start from that side and hold the page down and then draw from that direction. And then you've got on the side here your little holder for pen or pencil or anything else. So yeah, that is the sketchbook, and I think it was pretty nice to draw in, and it didn't take that long to finish. The front of this does look like leopard print in some of my drawings though. So that's my review of this unidentified sketchbook that I will find the name of somehow, even though there's no name on this anywhere. But I will figure out what sketchbook this is, and I'll leave a link to it. But anyways, let me know what you think of all those drawings that I had done in the sketchbook, and which one you prefer the most out of these. And check out the links below if you'd like to find any links to my drawings I've done for prints. And if you'd like to support me, you can donate as well. But go ahead and let me know in the comments below which of these drawings you like the most and what they look like to you. Most of them are really strange and I had no idea what they were. But I do have some other sketchbooks that are a lot bigger. And those are going to take a while. They're about 6 times the size of this. Maybe 4. Maybe, well, it might be 6 times the size. But those are going to take a while to finish. And although this has a few more pages, it's a lot bigger sketchbooks. It's going to take a while to complete. But anyways, give this video a like if you want to. Share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But I'll see you in the next video, and you have a good day. And let me know if there's any sketchbooks that you'd like me to do a review of, or to do some doodles in and complete and do a review of all the drawings I've done. But until then, you have a good day, and I'll see you around. Later.